Okay, let's dive into this. Look, if you've been scrolling through the headlines lately, you might think the future of work looks, well, a little bleak, right? Like robots are just coming for everyone's paycheck. But what if I told you the exact opposite is happening? Seriously, the AI revolution isn't just taking things away, it's building, it's unlocking entirely new avenues of human potential. Today on The Explainer, we're going to explore the incredibly optimistic truth about artificial intelligence and the future of your career. Because we are looking at a landscape that is evolving so rapidly that the most lucrative job you might hold in 5 years probably doesn't even have a name yet. So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the AI job revolution as a whole. Then, the really fun part, we'll count down the top 10 new AI careers. Third, we'll break down the specific skills you need for the AI era. And finally, we'll help you build your career action plan. All right, kicking things off with part one, the AI job revolution. Now, it's time to address the elephant in the room, right? The fear that AI is just here to automate us all away. And honestly, it's easy to look at generative AI writing flawless code or painting masterpieces and think, well, human labor is obsolete. But history tells us a different story. Technology builds way more than it destroys. Just look at this massive number projected by the World Economic Forum. 170 million. Let that sink in. That is the sheer scale of global job creation happening by the year 2030, purely driven by this structural labor market shift. We're talking 170 million entirely new roles being injected straight into the global economy. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the contrast. Yes, disruption is absolutely real. Around 92 million jobs are expected to be displaced by AI and automation. But look at the growth side. 170 million entirely new jobs created. Do the math, and that is a massive net positive of 78 million jobs. The pattern here is crystal clear. New technology creates new problems, and those new problems, they create completely new career categories. We are moving from this intense fear of replacement into an era of honestly incredible expansion. And this brings us to a really foundational concept driving all this job growth: human-centered AI. Research is showing that by 2030, the split between tasks done by humans alone, tasks done by tech alone, and tasks done through human-technology collaboration, it's all expected to basically equalize. We're shifting toward a workplace where AI acts as your co-pilot, not your replacement. It's all about augmenting your human capabilities. You know the saying, you won't necessarily lose your job to AI, but you are for sure going to lose your job to another human who knows how to collaborate with AI better than you do. Okay, let's get into the good stuff. Section 2, the top 10 new AI careers. Let's do a rapid-fire countdown of the fastest-growing roles right now that basically didn't even exist a few years ago. At number 10, the AI data curator. High-quality AI needs perfectly organized data. These folks pull in around $80,000 a year, and you can jump right into this with a solid database management background. Number 9, the AI education specialist. E-learning is booming right now, and these pros make up to $90K bridging pedagogy and tech. Number 8, the AI automation consultant. Process analysts are stepping into this sweet six-figure role just to save businesses time. Number 7 is the AI cybersecurity analyst. They're fighting digital threats with next-gen tools, a super lucrative pivot for IT pros commanding well over $110,000. And number 6, the DevRel specialist. Community builders can earn over 120 grand connecting developers with complex AI tools. The really cool thing here, every single one of these roles requires this unique blend of technical logic and uniquely human problem solving. Breaking into the top 5, we have the AI product manager. As literally every company rushes to slap AI features onto their software, they desperately need someone to steer the ship. The AI product manager basically bridges the gap between those deeply technical engineering teams and the broader business strategy. Average salaries here, they easily clear $150,000. So if you're a business-minded professional who really gets user experience, you can absolutely pivot into this by snagging an agile certification and learning some basic AI framework terminology. Totally doable. Coming in at number 4 is the AI trainer. Believe it or not, artificial intelligence doesn't just magically learn all on its own. It requires constant, ongoing human feedback. AI trainers review the system outputs, correct the weird mistakes, and teach it nuance, tone, and accuracy. This is a highly accessible entry point into the tech world. We're seeing freelance and full-time roles ranging anywhere from $50,000 to over $100,000. And the best part? It requires absolutely zero coding skills, just incredible attention to detail and really strong language proficiency. Number 3 is the AI content strategist, because as it turns out, just asking a chatbot to make it sound professional, doesn't exactly build a compelling brand voice. Ensuring AI-generated content actually integrates seamlessly with a broader SEO strategy and actually connects with a human audience takes a dedicated strategist. Copywriters and marketers are naturally sliding right into these roles, turning raw AI output into polished business gold. And they're commanding salaries of $90,000 to $130,000 in the process. All right, coming in at number 2 is the AI ethics officer. So the crucial point here is that as AI gains power, companies desperately need philosophical thinking about fairness and societal impact. As these systems start making automated decisions about stuff like who gets a loan or who gets hired, companies need serious oversight. The ethics officer audits these systems for fairness, sniffs out bias, and navigates some truly complex regulatory compliance. If you have a background in compliance, HR, or law, this is your golden ticket into the AI space. We're seeing chief ethics officers earning well over $160,000. And here we are, the number 1 fastest growing new career, the AI prompt engineer. Essentially, think of this person as the ultimate AI translator. I mean, who would have thought you could get paid 6 figures to basically talk to a computer all day, right? But it's true. They design highly precise inputs, prompts, to get these large language models to do exactly what a business needs. We're seeing massive salary potential for this role, with some compensation packages reaching up to a staggering $300,000 or around 60 to 120K. And you know what's crazy? You can start building a portfolio for this literally today just by messing around with free language models and documenting how you optimize your prompts. Moving right along to Section 3, Skills for the AI Era. Now, before you get too comfortable and think your current skills are perfectly fine as they are, consider this number, 39%. On average, workers can expect 39% of their existing skill sets to be totally transformed or become entirely outdated by 2030. Think about that. The ground beneath our feet is shifting. What got you here? Well, it won't necessarily get you there. You absolutely have to be proactive about upskilling. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about. Looking at this data from McKinsey and the World Economic Forum, you can see exactly where the shifting demand for skills is heading. Up there in the top right quadrant, the core skills in 2030, you'll see that analytical thinking, AI, big data, and technological literacy are becoming the absolute non-negotiable core skills for the future. Meanwhile, stuff like manual dexterity or basic data entry, those are rapidly falling out of focus. The market is basically screaming for cognitive and technology skills right now. But wait, here is the most important caveat. You do not always need advanced coding skills to thrive in this new era. Actually, look at this list of the most essential skills employers are begging for right now: analytical and critical thinking, resilience, flexibility, leadership and social influence, curiosity, creativity. Employers desperately want these uniquely human, higher-order skills, mostly because AI just cannot replicate them. Think about it. AI can spit out 1,000 ideas in a minute, sure, but it takes human critical thinking to decide which of those ideas is actually worth pursuing, and human leadership to rally a whole team behind it. All right, let's bring it all home with Section 4, your career action plan. Let's move to the practical stuff and see how this all builds together. Whether you're a student mapping out your future or a professional looking to switch things up, here is your step-by-step framework to make yourself completely invaluable. Step 1, stay curious about emerging tech. Read the articles, follow the trends, actually understand the tools. Step 2, look for the human problems behind the tech. AI is just a tool, right? Ask yourself, what real-world business problem does it solve? Step 3, develop hybrid skills. Combine what you already know with this new technical knowledge. And Step 4, start experimenting right now. Seriously, don't wait for some university to offer a 4-year degree in prompt engineering. Open up an AI tool today and just start playing around. I really want to highlight this fantastic advice straight from our sources because it is just so empowering. Quote, find the intersection between your existing skills and emerging technology needs. A data scientist who learns about climate tech becomes a climate data scientist. A UX designer who understands AI becomes an AI experience designer. End quote. I love that. Your past experience is not a liability in the AI revolution. It's honestly your greatest asset. You aren't starting from scratch. You're just adding a powerful new multiplier to the skills you already have in your tool belt. So as you've seen, the AI revolution isn't a dystopian story of human replacement. It's a story of human elevation. These new problems are forging entirely new careers, and the tools to learn them are literally right at your fingertips. So I'll leave you with this one defining question. Will you try to compete with AI, clinging to the old ways of working, or will you collaborate with it to build an incredible, totally future-proof career? The choice? And the massive opportunity is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer and keep learning.